So we're not going to worry about spoilers in this video, because if you don't know how this movie ends, then you need to stop watching YouTube videos and go and read a book.
Haha, FilmCult.
Fun fact, this movie blows. So Pompeii is the product of a guy sitting down watching Titanic and Gladiator thinking, hey, I could write a movie too. Turns out, they can't. Fun fact, archaeologists have actually found graffiti written on the walls at Pompeii, and we are going to read some of the real things that were written on the walls.
We have pissed in our beds. Host, I admit that we shouldn't have done this. If you ask why, there was no potty.
This movie is so predictable. You have the noble, savage, peasant-like character played by Kit Harington, who is all good-looking and stuff. And then you've got the rich, princess, aristocratic character who tries to fight the establishment, played by Emily Browning, who falls in love with that peasant. And then you have the evil, pompous, bad guy, played by Kiefer Sutherland. We two dear men, friends forever, were here.
If you want to know our names, they're Gaius and Alias.
There was nothing original about this movie. There were times where they would actually copy word for word from other movies. I kid you not, there was a moment in this movie where a guy with 2 scars on his face said, "Why so serious?" Are you kidding me? I screwed a lot of girls here. The love scenes were so reminiscent of Titanic, I expected this. Oh, Milo. The acting was terrible. I don't know why TV actors have such a hard time transitioning into film. You've got Kit Harington from Game of Thrones, Jared Harris from Mad Men, Akinnuoye-Agbaje, he's Mr. Echo on Lost, and then you have Kiefer Sutherland, who was a movie star, but had a big resurgence with 24. And I kid you not, he enters in Pompeii, and 24 hours later, everything goes to crap. What? These are all really big shows, and these actors played big roles in those shows, and they were really good at what they did. What this does tell you about the movie is that the writing and directing was so bad, it's an insult to the last 100 years of filmmaking.
Weep, you girls, for my penis has given you up. Now it penetrates men's behind. Goodbye, wondrous femininity.
This movie was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who for some reason thought that this movie was good enough to at the beginning to say, a film by Paul W.S. Anderson, who has given us such great gems as Alien vs. Predator, the New Musketeer movie that came out a year ago, Death Race, all of the Resident Evil movies, and Mortal Kombat. Which, to be fair, gave us a great workout song, if I worked out. Speaking of music, but if you close your eyes, it almost feel like nothing's at all. Why didn't you use that song? Total missed opportunity. Great song to have in this movie that's actually relevant to the story. Moving on. The storyline was bad. The characters were awful. The lines were laughable, not on purpose. And the movie was just shallow.
Florianus, privileged soldier of the 7th Legion, was here. The women did not know his presence. Only 6 women came to know. Too few for such a stallion.
Alright Hollywood, I'm directing this at you. Here's the problem with a movie like Pompeii, or Titanic, or Pearl Harbor, or movies such as these, where they take real atrocities and things that happen to real people, and Hollywood says, you know what? Pompeii exploding and wiping out an entire town isn't exciting enough. The Titanic sinking, not cool enough. Pearl Harbor, not exciting enough for a film. What we have to add is chase scenes and fight scenes and a storyline that happens within those atrocities to make them interesting. In this movie, the volcano's exploding and they add all these gladiator fight scenes while the volcano is going off because, you know, the death of 1,000 people isn't exciting enough. Real life death? Not cool enough. We need to add stuff to it. Screw you, Hollywood. And on top of all of that, the special effects in this movie seem like they had a budget of the History Channel. The action was predictable and completely unoriginal. We categorize this movie as entertainment. That's what it set out to do, and that's what it did, but only when we were mercilessly mocking it. And we gave this movie half a star, or half of the dignity that these actors now have for themselves after doing a movie like this. Did you like the movie? Did you even see it? Did you hate it? Leave a comment below and let us know. And our question for you this week is is Emily Browning attractive? We really can't tell, and there's a panel of us, and we couldn't figure out the answer to that. Anyways, we'll see you with the review next time. Have a good one.